Today I'm going to talk to you about our young adults. How can we persuade them to give value to their lives, to appreciate it, and to live it fully, and full of satisfactions and learning. I'm going to begin by saying that I personally think that young people do not value what they have, and not even when they have lost it. Um, this fashionable saying of living in the moment is very common, but they never think about the consequences of their actions. They always believe to have a solution for anything, or that they are mature enough to take responsibility on something that they're totally incapable of doing. Of course, all of our actions generate consequences, but the majority of young people, they're not able to accept or take responsibility for themselves. They take lightly or live today is not exactly a philosophy of life, if you ask me. Live in the moment. Do not think, just do what you feel. That's one of their main themes, and this is a way of life very convenient for young people, but it has no common sense in it whatsoever. Young people think that their actions will find a solution naturally, and that they will overcome the consequences of any mistakes that they have made just by living, by this philosophy. I'm talking specifically about Generation X and Y. These generations are shortly defined by Wikipedia as such. Generation Y. They are those born between 1982 and 1992. The generation of now. The Google generation, the generation of the internet, the generation that saw their parents work hard for a better life, and who apparently do not know or did not learn the value of things. And Generation Z, those born between 1993 and 2000, this pessimistic consumer generation, influenced by the 80s. Music covers of the same, the silent generation, and content with technology. They can become responsible adults and high social value, but they seem to be inconsistent. And once again, this is a short term or a definition by Wikipedia. Of course, these generations go against everything that is written about them. Maybe some features remain, but they are not governing them completely. Alcohol, drugs, sex, parties, money, etc. are factors that distort the characters and the actions of young people. These factors push them to act without thinking about the consequences. There are many cases of teenagers who have thrown their lives out the window just because of poorly fun or because of fun poorly controlled. Life is much more than a feeling, a person, or a moment, but it's difficult to learn or accept. Anything we do not know will have a result in the future. Anything we do not now will have a result in the future, and we will have to live with it the rest of our lives. Another way to compare these new generations to old ones is by comparing the high school graduation statistics between them. According to mundanemagic.com, in 1982, 77.5% of the high school students graduated, compared to a 72% on today's high school students. I would like to share this funny comparison of these generations. So here I'm going to put it on my presentation and you can watch it, and I will come back for the conclusion.
Hi, I'm a baby boomer.
And I'm Generation Y.
I like to show dedication to my employer by working really long hours.
I don't really feel like I need to work long hours as long as I get my work done.
I'm excited when my workday starts.
I'm excited when my workday ends.
I like to have meetings in person.
I prefer email or voicemail.
I've worked hard to climb the corporate ladder.
I should already be at the top of the ladder. I mean, I have a degree.
I put in 60 hours at the office last week.
I'm taking next month off to go hiking in Malaysia.
I have a sense of entitlement.
Oh, so do I.
Hey. I like Maxwell House.
Oh, I prefer Starbucks.
I just got a Facebook account.
Oh, Facebook, good for you. That is so 2009.
I like competition.
I prefer collaboration.
I've heard of that.
Oh, now he doesn't know this, but I plan on getting his job when he retires.
She doesn't know this, but I'm never going to retire. Now, come on, we really need to work at getting along.
See, there you go with work again.
That's what I'm saying. You have no work ethic.
Well, that's because to you, working a half day means you leave at 5. You know what? You're right. We do need to try to get along.
That's what I think.
Okay, well, why don't we focus on what we admire about each other?
Great.
Well, if you think about it, your generation invented a lot of the technology we use.
Yes, but for you, it just seems to come so easily.
Well, only because we're practically playing video games in our cribs.
Yes, that's true. You did have a different upbringing, though. My parents are still married to each other. Yes, self-esteem. We thought that was very important, so we tried to pump your generation full of it, which is why for everything you got a participation ribbon.
You know, we could use a little more of that here at work. I mean, does anybody ever say, hey, thanks for coming to work on time, good job getting your work done? No, it's just like it's expected or something.
It is by those of us with a work ethic.
There you go again.
Hi, I'm a baby boomer.
And I'm Generation Y.
And we're Generation X, and we're stuck in the middle of all of this.
So after watching this funny video on comparison, I'm going to say that in conclusion, we need to do more if we expect more out of these new generations. Many young people get offended by being categorized with these new generations, lacking of values, principles, and maturity. But we are only telling them how we see them. We as a society need to expect more of them, but for that we have to hold them accountable for their actions and stop pampering their needs. We need to force them to mature and become productive members of society. As parents, we need to allow them to pay for their own mistakes, to learn from their own mistakes from the early ages, and to enhance their self-discipline in all aspects of life. I will leave you with this quote by Gloria Steinem. We need to remember across generations that there's as much to learn as there is to teach. Thank you very much.